Welcome to the Kickoff for Sundance 2020. I'm David Mariner, Executive Director for Camp Rehoboth. We are all so glad that you could join us. Last year, before I even started my job, I felt very lucky to have been able to spend the weekend in Rehoboth Beach and experience Sundance. The love and kindness that I felt from the community, the evident amount of work, the amazing support from so many engaged volunteers and donors, I really can't imagine a better intro to this town. Today, we have a brief kickoff for the week, and I want to thank all of the people who have already helped make it a success. The hosts, supporters, sponsors, donors, volunteers, businesses, staff, board, and the organizers. Every person has proved my original impression of Rehoboth Beach was spot on. Thank you, everyone. Let me turn this over to Murray Archibald, co-founder of both Camp Rehoboth and Sundance.
Thank you, David. And hello, my dear Sundance friends. Who would ever have believed there would come a Sundance without a dance? Strange as it is, tonight we kick off the 33rd Sundance. It comes without decorations and lights, without our beloved 48-inch mirror ball, without fan dancers, without auctioneer Lauren Crawford in the live auction, and light wizard Paul Turner. It comes without our tech team and stage crew and hundreds of volunteers. It comes without hugs, without kisses, and without the joyous hands in the air celebration we've come to expect. What is not missing this year is love. Back in the spring, in the middle of lockdown, we realized we would not be able to gather in person this year. And we began to explore ways to make Sundance work in the time of COVID. The first thing I did was switch the theme to United in Love. From the start, we simply trusted that our host, supporter, and sponsor base was faithful enough to get us through this unprecedented year. And you have, beyond our wildest imaginings. You dazzle me, and your love for Camp Rehoboth, for Sundance, and for our community has united us as it has for more than 3 decades. Our 2020 Sundance theme, United in Love, is partly about options. All summer, we've paired the word united with other words that for us define the Sundance family. Support, equality, community, health, heart, hope, spirit, joy, and of course, celebration. All under a rainbow umbrella of love. Unity isn't just one thing. It's about creating the more positive world we first envisioned for Camp Rehoboth 30 years ago. A world that celebrates diversity, celebrates equality, and respects all people. We may indeed be apart this year, but we are still together in community. We are still united in love, and we're still in need of your support. And now it is with great pleasure that I introduce Anita Broccolino, Camp Rehoboth's new development director. Anita.
Thank you, Murray and David, and thank you to everyone in the Camp Rehoboth community who have helped make my first days at Camp Rehoboth so welcoming. I am definitely lucky. My job today is to thank the highest level sponsors by name. But before I do that, I need to take a moment and thank each and every one of you who are watching, every single supporter, donor, all of our volunteers, and of course, all of our hosts and sponsors who you have made once again Sundance an amazing success. It's my understanding that normally there are about 500 or so individuals and businesses who provide the foundation for Sundance. This year, of course, with the global pandemic and the economic upheaval, we just weren't sure what to expect. And I get to announce that we're thrilled that 450 of you who are able to join us again this year, and people are still signing up. That means you can too. So don't forget that, maybe after you watch this evening or while you're watching. You can see a complete list of everyone who's given so far throughout town on our posters. You can see lists in letters from Camp Rehoboth, and you can also see it in the business tribute booklet that we put together and many of you picked up when you received your t-shirts. So again, thank each and every one of you so very much. I have to say I'm particularly honored and blessed to be part of this amazing community. Okay, so now here we go, onto our list. Ready? All right, our diamond sponsors, Accent on Travel, Olivia Travel Companies, Signarama, Smirnoff, the Sibova Associates. They were our diamond sponsors. Here are our gold sponsors. Alan Jarman and Ward Ellinger, Chip DePaula, Len Smith, Randy Groth, Rick and Kate Fisher, the incredible Sandra Arkin, and Stephen and Company Salon and Spa. Thanks to each and every one of you. We really couldn't do it without your generosity. Please note too that your support means even more to us than dollars that you contribute. Each and every one of you, when you participate in Camp Rehoboth, it means that you believe in the work we do, and that together we know we can and we will change the world for the better. Thank you so much. Have a great Sundance, and take it away, team captains.
I'd like to get the descriptions done.
We have a 3 LP set from Hamilton.
You know what?
Broadway show.
Wait a minute.
Signed by Lin-Manuel.
Hold it.
Oh, happy Sundance.
Happy Sundance.
Happy Sundance.
Happy Sundance.
Happy Sundance.
Happy Sundance.
Hi, I'm Natalie Moss, Camp Rehoboth Board Treasurer and Auction Chair for Sundance. This year, the entire auction will be online, which is very different for us. We took the opportunity to make a switch we've been contemplating for years to consolidate a lot of our process that predate computers. We are honored that so much of the community has helped provide exciting items for you to bid on. The auction is smaller this year, but we've added a few buy now items. There is also a Fund a Need match campaign to upgrade our technology. 2020 has really highlighted where we have needs. Bidding is super easy. Hop on to the auction site, camprehoboth.com, or through the link that you have already received by email or text. Window shop all you want and bid all week long. The auction will end Saturday after the experience program at 8 p.m. Thanks to everyone who contributed to the auction this year. Your support of Camp Rehoboth really means the world to us. Watch for auction highlights throughout this kickoff. Thanks for being a part of Sundance 2020.
Hello, I'm Sal.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
I'm David.
In 2020, Camp Rehoboth produced 20 programs serving over 600 people. I learned how flexible we really can be.
Our volunteers served over 5,900 people in 15 community service projects through CROP, our Camp Rehoboth outreach program. I learned what a great community this is to work with.
We continued camp's tradition of diversity training and actively engaged in conversations on racial justice and transgender equality. I learned how much we still have to learn.
I'm joined this evening by John Holtz from PFLAG Rehoboth, Ellen Hilton from Emmanuel Shelter, and Don Peterson from Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. All three organizations will receive a donation from Sundance this year. Our Sundance organizing team felt strongly that in keeping with our United in Love theme, we wanted to connect to local organizations who share Camp Rehoboth's values and dedication to service in our community. So I'm going to ask each of you if you could please share a little bit about your organization and tell us how it works with Camp Rehoboth.
Hello, I'm John Holtz and I'm with the PFLAG Rehoboth Beach chapter. And we exist to help people who want to share in a meeting setting to express either what they're feeling or check up on, ask some questions. And we work really closely with Camp Rehoboth, especially with our older high school kids, with our GSAs. Sal Seeley helps with coordinating with that. And we really try to help with education, advocacy, and support. So we have monthly meetings, and all are welcome, whether you're LGBT yourself or have a family member or a loved one that you want to come and support or find out more about.
And I'm Ellen Hilton, and I'm representing Emmanuel Shelter. We've actually benefited a lot and worked very closely with Camp Rehoboth with the homeless in the Lewis, Rehoboth Beach, and Dewey Beach areas. One of the big goals that we both share is the need for adequate health care for people who are homeless and have really no means for testing for STDs, for COVID, even for the flu, and who don't have an opportunity for regular wellness screenings. We think that's a basic aspect of healthcare, and we've worked with Camp Rehoboth for several years to provide these services for our homeless guests. We've also worked with them in our Chase the Chill program, which supplies hats, gloves, and scarves in the winter to not only homeless, but anyone else who might need it. And these and other activities have allowed us to create a welcoming environment for anyone in this area who is homeless without regard to their sexual orientation, race, gender, age, religion, immigration status, or anything else. We're looking for an environment where all are welcome.
Hi, I'm Don Peterson. I'm with the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. And the mission of the Alliance is to educate, inform, and advocate for racial justice, equality, and fair opportunity, particularly here in Sussex County. About 3 years ago, we were so happy when Kathy Wiz, who's a board member of CAMP, started coming to our monthly meetings and getting to know us. And we were thrilled when she suggested to us that she'd like to find ways for us to work with CAMP. And since then, we've done some pretty great projects, I think. We co-sponsored a trip to Southern Maryland to explore the Underground Railroad and the life of Harriet Tubman. For 2 years in a row, we co-sponsored special events at camp for Black History Month. And most recently, we sponsored a virtual panel discussion on courageous conversations being Black and queer in Delaware, which I think is a great example of the intersectionality between the LGBTQ community and the racial justice community. And then, finally, we've just had a great time having a booth at the Camp Rehoboth Block Party, where we've been able to meet a lot of new people and introduce them to the Alliance. So it's really been a huge, valuable partnership as far as I'm concerned. And as a member of both Alliance and CAMP, I'm proud that Camp Rehoboth is recognized on our website as a valued partner.
Thank you all. And we would invite everyone to join us next week for our experience event of Sundance to hear even more from our community partners.
Hello, I'm Sandra Arkin. I'm one of the Sundance co-chairs, a donor to Camp Rehoboth, plus I'm a Sundance elf here to talk about how the auction works. Online bidding is super easy. Anyone can browse the exciting packages. Go to camprehoboth.com and click on the Auction Open page to link to our auction site. You can browse all that you want without doing anything more. But when you're ready to bid, just press Start Bidding in the upper right-hand corner. You will need to put in a valid email address, click the CAPTCHA "I'm a person" thingy, and then follow the instructions in the email that you received to register. If you saved your credit card information when you originally signed up, you should be in the system and be good to go. If not, you'll register in a jiffy. There will be no charges to your credit card unless you are a winner. We really expect most of the auction action to happen next Saturday, but since it is a new format for us, try it out early. If you need help, we've set up a special helpline for you and staffed it with volunteers. It will ring to the Camp Rehoboth office from noon to 5 and volunteers from 5 to 8 p.m. We've been learning just a step ahead of you, but we can help set you up. We can even bid for you, and we'll try to solve any issues. Remember 2 important things. If you really like an item, bid on that item, and the system will automatically send you an update if you get outbid. The other way to make sure that you get that must-have item is that you can set a maximum bid and let the software watch the bidding action for you. So get bidding, and good luck, and happy Sundance.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, greetings and salutations, good evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this. It's me, Carson Kressley, and I wanted to remind you that due to COVID, the 501c3 LGBT program, Camp Rehoboth in Delaware, is having a virtual fundraising auction. How fun is that? So don't get too tipsy on your rosé, but definitely be a little bit loose with your wallet, and let's get some bidding wars going, because it's all for a great cause. So bid recklessly, but with a valid credit card, and it's a great cause. So go ahead, start bidding, scroll down or up or click, or just start supporting. Thanks. Okay, carry on.
Using the online platform is easy. When you arrive from a desktop, the screen will look something like this. Here are 5 things to know. Look for 3 bars in the corner where you will find further menus. To browse the site, your favorites, special options, and the ability to filter by category is here. You can place maximum bids and favorite packages to watch. There is a scroll option over the categories so that you can see them all. Select a category of interest and click on it, and the system automatically filters for that category. You can click on a particular item, read the description, place your bid. To return to the main screen, press the up arrow. On the home page, there's a Learn to Bid button where you can get more information on how to bid. And when you're ready to start bidding, click the Start Bidding button to register. The system will be able to communicate with you then and let you know whether or not you have maxed out your max bids, or whether any of the items of interest are available, or if you have been outbid. Good luck.
Well, hello to all you Camp Rehoboth members and all the supporters. This is Leslie Allen Jordan reporting to you from Los Angeles, California. First off, I want to say happy Sundance 2020. I think this is Rehoboth's biggest fundraiser of the year. You know, since 1990, Camp Rehoboth has been working to create a more positive and a better Rehoboth Beach. And I know I sure have fond memories of my time spent in Rehoboth. You know, the theme for this year is called United in Love. And we're not going to be able to dance the night away because of the current conditions. But that does not mean that you can't support Camp Rehoboth. We're working real hard to respond to the unprecedented needs of the community, and your support is needed and welcomed. So, congratulations to the 30th anniversary. And listen, everybody stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.
Hello. I'm joined this evening by 3 participants in Camp Rehoboth programs. I'm going to ask each of you to introduce yourself and tell us which Camp Rehoboth program or programs you participate in.
Hi, I'm Beth Kopicki, and I'm both a volunteer with school outreach, and in 2020, I've participated in lots of virtual programming, and I'm very grateful. I did Karen Barwick's sessions, Athena Allred, the Seaside Shop sessions. I've worked with Erin Chavone doing yoga and Tai Chi volunteers. It's been wonderful.
Hello, my name's Charles Gilmore, and I've been active in different programs at Camp Rehoboth since I moved down here about 5 years ago. Very active in the men's group, have taken part in Tai Chi, but not virtually. I also receive counseling from Camp Rehoboth, and am an eager reader of the letters from Camp Rehoboth when it comes out. So those are some of the ways that I connect with camp.
Hello, I'm Edward. I go by Ed or L sometimes. My pronouns are he, him, and I mainly work in the youth programs, like the youth book club and stuff. Yeah.
Very good. Can you each share a little about how Camp Rehoboth has positively impacted you in 2020?
Yeah, well, camp has been integral in helping me to navigate the many challenges of this year. I've been given tools for coping with some of the anxiety and vulnerability during this tender time. I gained a fuller understanding of why so many of us are having that kind of anxiety and feeling so vulnerable. Through my work with Athena, I was able to reframe quarantine to a period of incubation and have a lot more positive take on that. So that really helped a lot with my growth and attitude. And then the yoga and Tai Chi have kept me fit and flexible, even no matter how hot or how rainy or how stuck in the house.
Okay. The biggest impact for me has been the men's group, and it has really helped all of us who take part to sustain ourselves and to help sustain each other in this crazy time that we're all living in. So I would say that's had the biggest amount of impact for me this year, and it's really been a lifeline. One of the things that has, except that we're virtual, the men's group has stayed pretty much the same for the whole time that since I moved here. And even on Zoom, the fellowship and the support and the encouragement and the humor are really, really lifesavers for me. So that would be the biggest impact camp has had for me this year.
Personally, for me, it's helped me feel good to the LGBTQ plus community, even more so than like when I was in school and stuff, because like I only meet a certain amount of people or kids and will only stay in that like tight little group. But then through camp, I've gotten to meet so many wonderful people and have gotten to hear and learn so much more than I would have like normally, or like even if this wasn't like in like the pandemic, because I have like programs and work and stuff.
Yeah, and I'd just like to add on to what both of these folks have said, that most importantly, it's kept me connected to community when that's been difficult to do. And I so appreciate it.
Thank you. I will say that connecting people to community was one of our primary purposes in the very beginning when we started Camp Rehoboth 30 years ago. So I thank you for joining me for this conversation, and we'll continue to talk about it a little further in the Sundance program next week. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us this evening. The auction will open at 6:30 p.m. following this program. And don't forget, this year the dance party is at your house. So check out A Party in a Virtual Box on the Sundance page at camperhobith.com. Drink ideas, lighting tips, restaurants offering special takeout options, and my favorite, United in Love music, especially created by our Sundance DJs. Part 1 is the Sunset Disco Mix by DJ Robbie Leslie. Part 2, the Midnight Sun Mix by DJ Joe Gotro. And Part 3, Afternoon Sunshine Mix by DJ Steven Strasser. Please make plans to join us on Facebook for our auction closing experience on September 5th at 6 p.m. Now, I have discovered that I can have my own party with Zoom, a green screen, and even a pair of disco fans. See you next week.
Are we on? Yeah, look at that. Welcome. Is everybody ready? All right. Everybody's all loosened up. All right. For any of you that may not have been here before, let me go through the rules really quickly. We're going to try and move as fast as possible, okay? We are not going to lose sight of the fact that this is a benefit. We're here to raise money. It is my job to take your money, okay? If I can trick you into bidding against yourself, if I can trick you into paying too much, I will do it, okay? Without shame. Okay, so everybody's warned, all right? But let's not forget, we're here for a good cause and we're gonna raise some money today, all right?